welcome to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics. Today is Tuesday, 17 December. I'm your host Daniel, the founder of HM Intelligence, and every weekday we bring you not just the news, but the so what from the events and decisions that shape our world. So grab a coffee and get ready to be informed. In today's update, we'll be covering TikTok has asked the US Supreme Court to block their nationwide ban, Bolivian prosecutors seek an arrest warrant for the former Prime Minister, and a bomb kills senior general in Moscow. So firstly, TikTok has petitioned the US Supreme Court to block the federal law that will require its Chinese parent company, ByteDance, to sell the platform or face a ban, arguing that it violates the First Amendment right of its 174 million American users. The law, signed by President Joe Biden in April, is set to take effect on January 19th and aims to address national security concerns related to TikTok's ties to China and access to US user data. While TikTok denies sharing the data with Chinese officials, the US Justice Department maintains that the platform possesses a significant security risk. TikTok previously appealed the law to a federal court, but the court rejected its arguments, prompting the company to escalate the case to the Supreme Court. In an unexpected twist, former President Donald Trump, who is going to be the president soon, attempted to ban TikTok during his first term, expressed newfound support for the app, citing the role in connecting him to young voters. Trump remarked that he now has a warm spot for TikTok, signaling a shift in his stance as he prepares for his next presidential term. TikTok CEO Xiaozi Chu recently met with Trump in Florida, further highlighting the platform's strategic importance in US politics and its fight to remain operational in one of its largest markets. So what? This is a tricky situation, and one that I find very interesting, being somewhat involved in the world of social media myself now. While I agree that there should be freedom of information and that the government should not be significantly involved in information censorship, I also think that no country should allow a foreign state to control the information being pushed to its citizens, whether this be social media, news media, radio, or television. This is particularly important in the age of disinformation, where new technology such as AI can be used to significantly enhance these messages, allowing hostile groups to overwhelm a target audience with a certain narrative. Additionally, it is highly likely that not all information relating to this case has been made public, and that a large part of the reporting remains classified. The limitation proposed seems reasonable if ByteDance can ensure that they no longer confined to the Chinese state, then they should be allowed to operate, but this burden of proof needs to be significant. And next, Bolivian prosecutors have issued an arrest warrant for the former president as part of an investigation into allegations of statutory rape and human trafficking involving a 15-year-old girl. Morales, who served from 2006 to 2019, is accused of fathering a child with a minor in 2016, which would constitute statutory rape under Bolivian law. The warrant, issued by an attorney, follows Morales' refusal to comply with an order to testify. However, the warrant must still be approved by a judge. This is the second arrest warrant issued for him in this case. His legal team has successfully appealed the previous warrant in September. Morales has consistently denied any wrongdoing and has not yet commented on the latest developments. He claims that the allegations are part of a political conspiracy orchestrated by his former ally and current president to block his candidacy in the next year's elections. Since the controversy began, Morales has remained in the rural region, surrounded by his loyal supporters. The case further intensified the political tensions within Bolivia, as Morales continues to challenge the accusations while asserting his political relevance ahead of the elections. So what? This is a significant move, and one that could cause issues if the claims are unfounded. One move that could limit the claims of political sabotage would be to present some of the evidence publicly. While this could cause issues within the legal case, as it could be seen as ruining the evidence and making it inadmissible, it could limit the adverse public reactions that could come. One thing to keep an eye on is if this case again gets overturned during a court appeal. And lastly, a bomb blast in Moscow on Tuesday killed Lieutenant General Igor Krylov, the head of Russia's nuclear, biological, and chemical protection troops, along with his assistant. The explosion, reportedly caused by a remotely triggered homemade explosive device concealed inside an electric scooter, occurred outside a residential building southeast of the Kremlin. Ukrainian security sources claimed responsibility, describing Krylov as a war criminal who ordered the use of banned chemical weapons against Ukrainian forces. Russian state media reported that at least one other person died in the blast, while investigators continue to assess the scene and gather evidence. The incident has further escalated tensions between Russia and Ukraine, with former Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev vowing retaliation against Ukrainian leadership. The attack followed Ukraine charging Krylov in absentia a day earlier for allegedly deploying banned chemical weapons, accusations that Russia has denied. Britain has previously sanctioned Krylov and his forces in October for the use of toxic agents, including kryloperin, in the war. So what? This is an impressive hit to kill a general in central Moscow sends a powerful message that Ukrainian agents can target anyone, anywhere. While it is likely the security will be improved for people of this position in the short term, it will likely lapse over time if there are no follow-up attacks. Additionally, while the strategic effect of removing such a commander is positive, the second-order effect on other military leadership and possible targets is one of the biggest outcomes. This would be compounded if it was to happen again, which is unlikely, but always possible. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends to help them stay informed and leave us a 5-star review. Or if you want to learn more about intelligence, why not take one of our courses? They're all online, self-paced and affordable. Thank you for listening. I've been your host Daniel, and I'll see you next time.